By the late 1990s, American pop culture still operated within quiet but rigid boundaries. Movie stars stayed in film. Pop stars stayed in music. Fashion, business, and celebrity influence rarely overlapped at the highest level. Then Jennifer Lopez crossed every line, almost simultaneously. Within a few years, she became the first woman in history to lead both the Billboard 200 and the US box office in the same week. She reshaped how Latina identity appeared in mainstream American media. She transformed personal reinvention into a long-term strategy. And she built a career that endured cycles that ended many others. In the next minutes, this documentary traces how a dancer from the Bronx became one of the most influential figures in modern entertainment. Through relentless work, emotional turning points, and an unmatched ability to evolve alongside a changing industry. Subscribe and stay until the end for a fact that may change how you see Jennifer Lopez forever. Jennifer Lynn Lopez was born on July 24, 1969, in the Bronx, New York. A borough shaped by migration, ambition, and constant reinvention. Her parents, David Lopez, a computer technician, and Guadalupe Rodriguez, a kindergarten teacher, raised Jennifer and her two sisters in a close-knit Puerto Rican household. Music and movement filled the home. English and Spanish coexisted naturally. So did expectation and responsibility. From an early age, Lopez trained seriously in dance, ballet, jazz, and flamenco while attending Catholic school. When she expressed interest in a career in entertainment, her parents hesitated. Stability mattered, education mattered, creative fields offered no guarantees. Lopez chose uncertainty. After briefly attending Baruch College, she left home to pursue dance full-time. She accepted unpaid work, slept in studios, and competed relentlessly for background roles. That rarely came with recognition. Her first national breakthrough arrived in 1991, when she joined In Living Color as a fly girl dancer. The role offered weekly exposure and a lesson. Dancers were visible but replaceable. Lopez recognized early that visibility without control would never be enough. She began auditioning for acting roles, often encountering narrow expectations for Latina performers. Leading roles were rare. Complex roles even rarer. Then came Selena. Cast in 1996 as Selena Quintanilla Perez, Lopez faced a role that required emotional precision, musical credibility, and cultural responsibility. When the film premiered in 1997, its impact was immediate. Critics responded strongly. Audiences connected deeply. And Hollywood adjusted its assumptions. As the New York Times later observed, Selena positioned Lopez as one of the first Latina actresses capable of leading a major studio film for a broad American audience. She was no longer waiting. She was building leverage. After Selena, Lopez faced a defining choice. Most actors protect momentum by staying in one lane. Jennifer Lopez entered three. In 1999, she released her debut album On the Six, named after the subway line that connected her Bronx upbringing to Manhattan ambition. The project blended pop, R&B, and Latin influences. The response was decisive. If You Had My Love reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The album debuted inside the top 10. In 2001, she reached a historic milestone. Her album Jade at Low and her film The Wedding Planner both reached #1 in the same week, a first in entertainment history. Billboard described the moment as a redefinition of celebrity economics. With success came constant media attention. Fashion choices became cultural signals. Business ventures expanded into fragrances, apparel, and endorsements. Music reflected growing self-awareness. This Is Me. Then, 2002, explored emotional transitions. Jenny from the Block reclaimed narrative control over fame and perception. As Rolling Stone later noted, Lopez's innovation during this era was not limited to a single song or role, but the construction of a recognizable, multi-platform identity. She was no longer just an artist. She was becoming infrastructure. If you learned something here, hit like. It helps this story reach others. By the mid-2000s, the industry had shifted. Pop skewed younger. Romantic comedies lost dominance. Media cycles accelerated. Some projects delivered modest results. Expectations intensified. Commentators speculated about longevity. This was not a collapse. It was recalibration. Lopez married Mark Anthony in 2004, entering a period shaped by partnership and creative collaboration. In 2008, she welcomed twins, Max and Emmy, an experience she later described as transformative. Rather than withdrawing, she adjusted strategy. In 2011, Lopez joined American Idol as a judge. The platform reintroduced her as a mentor and working artist to a new generation. According to Reuters, the role renewed her cultural relevance. Music followed. On the Floor became one of the most successful dance tracks of the decade. She had adapted again. By the late 2010s, Jennifer Lopez no longer measured success by chart position alone. Her Las Vegas residency All I Have ranked among the highest grossing of its era. In Hustlers, 2019, she delivered one of the most praised performances of her career. Critics emphasized authority, control, and emotional restraint. That same year, her Super Bowl halftime performance alongside Shakira reached over 100 million viewers, positioning Latina culture at the center of a global stage. By the 2020s, Lopez had transitioned into executive authority. Production ventures, ownership positions, and selective creative choices defined the era. She was no longer chasing relevance. She was shaping it. Jennifer Lopez's career is not defined by a single moment. It is defined by persistence. She entered systems not designed for longevity. She adapted without erasing her origins. She turned visibility into authorship. Her story leaves a question behind. In an industry that constantly demands reinvention, what does it take to remain present without losing control, and who decides when a story is finished? Her answer has been consistent. Subscribe and hit the bell. New music documentary every week. Watch the following documentaries on our channel. If you like this documentary, watch Beyoncé, The Untold Story That Changed Music, next. Want a deep dive on another artist or era? Tell us below. We turn comments into shorts and long documentaries. We read every one.